In this video we are going to talk about top 10 places to visit in Berlin. Please like this video and subscribe to this channel for future updates before starting this video. Berlin is Germany's capital and largest city, as well as a major hub for politics, culture, media, and science. Berlin is known for its artistic flair, with the world-renowned Berlin Opera and Berlin Philharmonic Orchestra, as well as hundreds of galleries, concerts, and museums, including those on Museum Island, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Despite the destruction of World War II and decades of decline to the east of the notorious Berlin Wall, the city has been restored in a way that honors its achievements while still remembering its dark history. Berlin has an eclectic blend of modern and traditional architecture, as well as vibrant culture, shopping, and a diverse range of sports and cultural institutions. Make frequent use of our list of the best tourist attractions in Berlin to get the most out of your sightseeing. Number 10. Jewish Museum Berlin. The Jewish Museum Berlin's Jüdisches Museum Berlin, distinctive zinc-paneled exterior, designed by architect Daniel Libeskind, makes it one of Berlin's most striking landmarks. It was established in 2001, and visitors can find a diverse array of historical objects and donated collections inside that depict the long history and struggle of Jewish Germans from the Middle Ages to the present. Artwork, religious artifacts, and 24,000 images that have been preserved and retrieved are among the exhibits. The Memory Void, with its installation, Shalaket, or Fallen Leaves, a series of 10,000 iron faces scattered across the ground, is particularly moving. To say the least, it's sobering. At the Academy of the Jewish Museum Berlin, there is an extensive library and archives, as well as regular educational programs. Hanukkah, anti-Semitism, the Middle East War, Jerusalem's history and culture, and the life of Munich Rabbi Leo Berwald are all covered in the museum's galleries. There are many themed tour options available, as well as English-language audio guides. Number 9. Gendermarkt. 3 historic landmark buildings dominate the Gendermarkt, one of Berlin's main squares: the Concert House, the French Cathedral, Französischer Dom, and the German Cathedral, Deutscher Dom. This picturesque 17th-century square is now one of Berlin's most popular tourist attractions, hosting a variety of public events throughout the year, including classical concerts on the steps of the Konzerthaus Theater in the summer and the city's famous Christmas market in December. The Konzerthaus, which opened in 1821, is known for both its architectural splendor and the outstanding performances of the Konzerthausorchester Berlin, one of Germany's most famous symphony orchestras. A statue of German poet Friedrich Schiller stands in front of the house, surrounded by 4 female figures representing the artistic elements of lyric poetry, drama, history, and philosophy. The cathedrals are named for their domes. Dom is also a German term for cathedral, and are not churches. The French cathedral houses the Huguenot Museum, while the German cathedral houses the German Parliament's history. Alexanderplatz, another well-known square in Berlin, was once the heart of East Berlin life and now houses the World Time Clock, a famous meeting spot. The television tower, nicknamed Telespargel, located nearby, offers panoramic views of the capital. Number 8. Charlottenburg Palace and Park. Charlottenburg Palace, Berlin's oldest and largest Prussian estate, was for decades the primary residence of German royalty. This massive palace, which has been beautifully restored, has remarkable features such as a massive 50-meter-high central dome, opulent Baroque and Rococo decor in its spacious rooms, and a vast garden inspired by Versailles Gardens. A visit to the new wing, with its state apartments and fine banqueting halls, is a highlight of the property's tour program. It's here, from Frederick I's bedroom and study, with their fine furnishings and paintings, to the state dining room and 42-meter-long golden gallery with its rich, gilded stucco, that tourists get a glimpse of the splendor in which the Prussian kings and electors lived. The porcelain cabinet, located in the Old Palace, houses a huge historic porcelain collection as well as special exhibits, including the crown jewels and other royal pieces. The Palace Park, which dates from 1697 and is home to the new pavilion, Neue Pavilion, which was designed in 1788 in the style of a Neapolitan villa, and the Belvedere Tea House, which has a fine collection of Berlin porcelain, are also noteworthy. Number 7. Checkpoint Charlie Museum. Checkpoint Charlie Museum is also worth visiting, Museum Haus am Checkpoint Charlie. This interesting tourist attraction, which marks the most well-known crossing point between East and West Berlin, features various displays and objects tracing the past of human rights, as well as exhibits dedicated to the history of the Berlin Wall and Checkpoint Charlie. The museum, which is located next to the original guardhouse, also features some of the most fascinating attempts by those attempting to flee communist rule, including an original improvised air balloon that was used in one successful attempt. The nearby open-air black box Cold War Museum, which includes parts of the Berlin Wall and associated information stations, is also worth visiting. Number 6. Berliner Fernsehturm, Berlin's television tower. Despite the fact that it will be 50 years old in 2020, the 368-meter-high Berliner Fernsehturm, Berlin Television Tower, retains its allure for tourists to the area. Since its inception in 1970, Europe's third tallest freestanding structure has attracted over 60 million visitors, the majority of whom are drawn by the breathtaking views of Berlin. The landmark, which was built to symbolize communism's might, it's situated in the former East Berlin district, can now be seen from almost every corner of the city, making it even more significant as a symbol of the city's reunification in the 1980s. Make a point of visiting the structure's observation deck, and if you have the time, make a reservation at the 207-meter-high revolving restaurant. Number 5. German Historical Museum. The German Historical Museum, Deutsches Historisches Museum, or DHM, was established in 1987 to commemorate Berlin's 750th anniversary. It is a must-see for anyone interested in learning more about the city's fascinating past. This famous tourist attraction includes a cinema and a public research library, as well as a host of historic exhibition halls jam-packed with interesting displays of objects relating to different periods and events from the country's founding to the collapse of the Berlin Wall. Exhibits on medicine, fashion, faith, publishing, sculpture, and photography are among the highlights. Military history buffs will enjoy the museum's extensive collection of historical armor, weapons, and uniforms. There are guided tours available, as well as a cloakroom and cafe for those planning on staying longer. You'll want to, there's so much to see. Number 4. Berlin Wall Memorial. The Berlin Wall began in 1961, when East Germany partitioned the city in order to prevent civilians from fleeing to West Germany. The 4-meter-high wall had 155 kilometers of length, dissected 55 streets, and had 293 observation towers and 57 bunkers when it was torn down in 1989. The Marienfeld Refugee Center Museum, with exhibits relating to the 1.5 million refugees who passed through Berlin. The Gunter Littfen Memorial, a former watchtower now set up as a memorial, which pays tribute to the first civilian killed attempting to cross from east to west, and the monument in memory of the divided city and the victims of communist terrorism. English language tours are available. Number 3. Museum Island. Spree Island, also known as Museum Island, Museumsinsel, is a UNESCO World Heritage Site sandwiched between the River Spree and the Kupfergraben in a 400-meter-long channel. The Old Museum, Altes Museum, founded in 1830 to house the crown jewels and other royal treasures, is one of the city's oldest and most important museums. The Egyptian Museum, the Papyrus Collection, and the collection of classical antiquities were all destroyed during World War II, but the new museum, Neues Museum, was restored and reopened in 2009, housing extensive collections from the Egyptian Museum, the Papyrus Collection, and the collection of classical antiquities. The Old National Gallery, Alt National Gallery, was established in 1876 and houses a collection of neoclassical sculpture and paintings from 1815 to 1848, as well as Impressionist and early Modernist works. The Bode Museum has a Byzantine art collection as well as a large sculpture collection dating from the Middle Ages to the late 1800s. Number 2. The rebuilt Reichstag. The Reichstag, Reichstagsgebäude, was established in 1894 and served as the seat of the German Empire's imperial diet until 1933, when it was destroyed by fire. It was not used again until after Germany's reunification, when it underwent a 10-year renovation before becoming the German parliament's home in 1999. The replacement dome, the cupola, made of glass and offering spectacular views of the surrounding city, particularly at night from the rooftop restaurant, is a highlight of this magnificent reconstruction. Number 1. The Brandenburg Gate. Berlin's most famous historic landmark is the Brandenburg Gate, Brandenburger Tor, once a symbol of a divided nation and now a symbol of unity and peace. This neoclassical gate was commissioned by King Frederick Wilhelm II in 1788, and its design was inspired by the Propylaea in Athens' Acropolis. The sandstone monument is 26 meters tall, standing in the Midi district's Pariser Platz, just a block from the Reichstag building. During the Cold War, its physical and symbolic position as a blocked gate along the Berlin Wall made it a frequent site for demonstrations by West Berliners, and it is famous for being the backdrop of US President Ronald Reagan's 1987 entreaty to Soviet leader Mikhail Gorbachev to tear down the wall. What are your thoughts on our video? Have you visited Berlin before? Please let us know in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video and would like to hear from me again, please subscribe and turn on the notification before leaving. Thank you for watching us.